In this video, I'm going to be talking about Google Ad Assets, or formerly known as Google Ad Extensions. Now, ad assets are pretty much content pieces that make up your ad with useful business information, giving people more information to want to choose your business. And these assets include different headlines, descriptions, links to specific parts of your website, call buttons, location information, and more information that really come together to make up that eventual ad format that is shown to the end user when they are searching on Google. So how exactly does it work? Well, these ad assets are pretty much created within the Google Ads interface, which I'm going to show you how to do in a little bit. And I'm going to show you some live examples. I'll talk about all the different ad assets that you have options to use and just pretty much talk about how they work and how much it costs. So let's first talk about how they work. So to maximize the performance of your responsive search ads, Google recommends you to use these ad assets because they allow you to take up more real estate when people are searching and then they see you. Your ad is going to be a lot more visible, and this is going to lead to increased click-through rates and ultimately increased conversion rates. So you'll have a stronger prominence on the search engine results page, and people will tend to get more value from your ads. So in terms of the cost, they're completely free, which means that you absolutely need to have it. Now, you can run campaigns without ad assets or ad extensions. However, you're not really maximizing your results if you don't have them. So I always recommend, I make it mandatory for myself when I'm running campaigns to absolutely have ad extensions or ad assets. It is a lot more work, but it's pretty much a one-time setup, and then from there you can optimize. So it's going to be more work up front, but it's going to be worth it because it's going to help with your ultimate conversion rates, click-through rates, and everything else. So let's go ahead and talk about the different ad assets here. And did I mention that it's free? So it's not going to cost you any additional funds either to have it. So it really is a great benefit to you. So once you log into your Google Ads account, you're going to go to Assets, and then you're going to see all the different assets, upgraded and legacy, and I'm going to go through all of them here. So one by one. So what are sitelinks? Sitelinks are essentially different links that you can put on your ads that will link out to different pages on your website. So for example, here, this would be a sitelink extension. So this is a link to a specific page on the ad, and this is what it would look like on mobile. And then for desktop, on desktop, that's what it would look like. And I need to confirm, but I'm pretty sure for sitelinks, you need to have a minimum of 2 to appear. So 1 here and 1 here to even appear. But in here, I have 4. My best practice is to always put 4. And just wanted to show you another example too. So yeah, that's what it is. Now, notice that whatever you put in the sitelink text for the headline of it, that will always appear actually what I'll say is it doesn't always appear, but it's good to have. Now, what I mean by that when I say it doesn't always appear is you can't control which sitelink is going to appear at which time. Google will optimize based off of what's performing best. And then on top of that, the sitelink headline, when it appears, it will always appear, but the description will not always appear. So it could appear with the headline, with the description, or it could appear by itself. So if you're going to ask me, in the comments below, what about forcing specific site links on your ads and making sure that it always appears, I'd say that the only way to really do that is to only limit it to the minimum number of site links required And then from there, make sure that you put the most important site links you want, so that whenever you do get the chance to appear, it will show. But again, there's no guarantee that it will show. So it's just an added benefit. If you have good quality scores, if you have good click-through rates, it's only going to help you get your site links to appear more and get more higher click-through rate and so forth. Next up would be callouts. So I like to call my callouts pretty much a way to showcase my unique value propositions. A lot of times we'll use those as a way to promote my calls to actions. So let me show you what callouts look like here. So yeah, you can see here, I have right here is highlighted in mobile. Under mobile, get peace of mind, 5-star rated provider. So this is what it looks like on mobile. This is also what it looks like on desktop. So that's what it would look like. It kind of just looks like a responsive search ads description, but they are short and punchy. And you are limited to 25 characters. Okay, next up are structured snippets. So structured snippets are pretty much categories that you can input within Google. So Google has a bunch of different categories. You cannot customize them. This is just what Google has. And then based off of what Google has, then you can input the values that you want for each structured snippet. So in this case, I'm going to show you an example. This is what it would look like on desktop for the structured snippet. And for this case, because it is a hospice agency, we are just mentioning all the different terminal illnesses that they help with. Okay, so I'm going to get out of here. And then now I'm going to move on to call extensions. Call extensions are going to be very important, especially if you're a local small business trying to increase the number of phone calls coming through, and you tend to get a lot of leads coming from phone calls. You definitely want to put call extensions in there. So what a call extension is the phone number that you want the end user to call. It's just going to show up like this. Sometimes it will show up slightly differently, but it will almost always look like this. On desktop, it will look like this. Now on desktop, it's not going to be click to call. You have to call this directly. But on mobile, it will be mobile click to call if you configure it that way. And then once they click it, then it will populate on their phone, and then they'll be able to call you directly. So that's what a call asset is. I highly recommend it. If you're a local business, lead form extensions, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but essentially what it is it's a type of ad asset that you will create to collect a lead's information directly from the search engine results page. So before they even get to your landing page, they will be opted to fill out a form. And the problem with this is the quality of the leads are typically not that great because they haven't seen your landing page. They don't know what your offer is. They don't know exactly what your services are. So they're just going to be filling out blankly without even talking to you, which typically is not a sign of a good lead. And a lot of times, a lot of the people that submit this information, if they're already logged into Google, it's going to autofill the information. So sometimes the information might be outdated or just inaccurate. So just be aware of that too. I just wanted to let you know that I don't recommend lead form extensions, but maybe if you're in another type of business and it's working for you, go ahead and drop a comment below and let me know if it's working for you. I'd love to hear about that. Now let's go ahead and talk about price extensions. If you want to mention your pricing, definitely recommend this to pre-qualify users, especially if you have a really affordable product or you have a product where you want to pre-qualify people before they even click on your ad. Putting the price extension is going to help as well. I do believe that you need a minimum of 3 to appear. So in this case, I have the different prices for the different services that they offer. And that's what it would look like on mobile, and this is what it would look like on desktop. Okay, now app. I don't recommend app extensions unless your goal is to get app downloads, which I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're probably not looking for app downloads. So I'm going to just skip over that. And then promotions. So promotions, if you have promotions running regularly or an evergreen promotion, definitely include that. Why not? Like I mentioned before, with these ad assets, they don't always appear, but it's important to have them there. So if you do get a chance to appear, Google will be able to pull whatever that's already been approved and will be able to populate a really nice looking ad based off of the information that is already in there that's been approved. Now let's talk about legacy. So then there's image ads or images that you can include. Again, it doesn't always appear, but it's good to have. So put those in there. Dynamic images, you can essentially feed Google a link, and then it will pull images from that link. Typically, if I'm choosing between image and dynamic image, I'll just go with image. And then location. This won't be relevant unless people go physically to your location. So you don't necessarily need it unless you are a brick and mortar. Expecting people to come to visit you. You don't necessarily need this affiliate location. It's this very similar. This is if you have multiple locations. So that's that for all the different ad assets. Highly recommend it. And then let me go ahead and show you a live example. So I went and searched for orthodontist Santa Ana, and I see a ad here that says Western Dental, Santa Ana Trusted Orthodontist, and then here below it, these are what are site links. But remember, site links also have the descriptions on the bottom, and in this search, it did not trigger the descriptions. So just like I mentioned, there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to show everything, but if your site links do show, then it's going to show at minimum the headline. But if you have a really good quality score, if you have, really good information provided to Google and you're winning in that auction, then it will be able to take up more real estate. So then this is one example. And then here below it, this would be a location asset or location extension. And yeah, so I recommend this because especially for a dentist, you want to have, especially because you have a brick and mortar location, you want people to go there so people can see exactly where you're located. Let me go ahead and see if I can find any more. Okay, here we go. Santa Ana Dental, same day. Okay, here it does not. Okay, it looks like they do have, this is their responsive search ad, and then here, affordable dentistry. It's hard to see, but when it's broken up by periods with short snippets, those would be call out extensions. It's hard to see, but I'm just looking here. Affordable dentistry, convenient location, quality care, affordable environment. And then here, okay, so I got another Western Dental ad, and here we're actually able to see everything. So remember what I talked about, real estate? So if you win the auction, you can take up a pretty big chunk of the real estate. So as you can see, this is a really big part of the page. And we have the responsive search ad, we have the location extension or location asset. We also have the site link extensions. So here we're lucky enough to have all of the entire site link extension appear with the headline and description and all four of them. So it doesn't hurt to have it. In fact, it makes me want to click on learning more because now I'm here. I typed in orthodontist Santa Ana and I'm seeing free braces consult. Oh shoot, I want to learn more about that. Okay, great. So then I'm going to click on this, and clicking on this, it's still going to cost Western Dental a fee, but then it's not going to cost any extra to have it there. So in terms of, the site link. So definitely recommend that. And that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to share that example, walk you through all the different ad assets and show you what they look like in the wild so you can see exactly what they look like. Please let me know your questions in the comments below. What is your favorite ad asset to use? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them as well. I will go ahead and, actually, if you found this video helpful, I would love it if you can give me a thumbs up as well as subscribe to this channel. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you.